class is going to be about writing up like listing descriptions and stuff. I know that, you know, for new listings that we do have the Schmidt Intelligence that does a lot of that for us, but they put it into like one particular tone or something like that. And we're going to go through today and show you how you can create probably a little bit better write-ups for your listings, and also using them, you know, in like your Facebook marketing and everything like that. So let's go ahead and get started on this. One thing we got to remember that in today's marketing arena, basically writing just for people, we are actually writing to educate AI. So we have to always keep that in mind. I mean, you got some more people wanting to come in here. Hold on a second. I think everybody's on board now. So like I say, we need to keep AI educated also. So in doing so, when I was putting together this class, it started giving me some insights on really what we need to be doing for our listings to get it out to the right people and everything. So what we're going to do today is actually structure it to really get higher in the AI arena for a listing for when buyers are searching for things. So if you want, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, and we'll go ahead and first I have to go over here and hold on a second. Get Gemini up. So we're going to go ahead and look at this first prompt that we're going to be doing. And this prompt is all about structuring to ensure you get the high quality results and that ranks well within the AI arena. So let's go ahead and start doing that master prompt one. This is in a new chat. Again, you should, when you open up Gemini, a new chat is already there started for you. So all you have to do is start typing in those things. You should have a list of your features if you did your homework for your property. And what this is going to do is turn those features into benefits for buyers. Buyers always want to know what they can get out of a feature, so this AI is going to do that for you. Also, make sure that you put that last sentence in there. Whenever you do any write-ups, you always want to make sure it's going to be fair housing compliant. So if you just put a sentence at the very end, ensure it is fair housing compliant in Florida, you're going to be pretty well good to go for any of those write-ups. So your write-up, let me go up here and get where mine was. It's right here. It's just, mine was act as a luxury real estate copywriter. I have a listing with these features: 5 bedrooms, 3 baths, 2-car garage, screen pool with spa. It's supposed to be front, say freshwater canal. Turn each feature into a benefit statement that appears to a buyer's emotions, end with a strong call to action, and ensure it is fair housing compliant in Florida. So if you go ahead and get your listing and get those features, start typing away, and we'll go ahead and pause, and I'll just wait a couple of minutes until you get it in so you can see what your results are and we can discuss them.
Okay, do we put in some kind of prompt before our listing description and details, or just start typing in your?
Just typing in that prompt the way it is.
Which prompt am I typing in?
You're typing on page 1 under part 2A, the master story prompt.
So we need to type in act as a luxury realty co-writer first before we put in the description.
Yep. Yes,
Oh.
that's it.
Got it.
And if it was emailed to you, you can just do a copy and paste it in, and then just add your features where it says list features. Has everybody got it typed in yet or copied and pasted? So once you get done, you'll see that I put in 5 different key features, and each key feature, it gave me the benefit of it. So what you can do with these benefits now, if you wanted to, we're not going to go that route today, but if you wanted to, you can go down here right at the bottom where this other prompt is, and you can say, create a Facebook post for benefit or for the for benefit number 1, or for item number 1, or for item number whatever it might be, or create a email with a hook and a call to action for number 4. So you can go ahead and do a lot of things with these 5 benefits that you can go ahead and market that property to differently. So you're not sending out the same information every time you try to market that property. You're giving it a different key feature. For you might do a key feature of the week for this listing, and here you have like 5 weeks worth of marketing for you that you can use. So does everybody understand how you can use this? Okay, so now let's go ahead and start a second chat. Go over here to your new chat on the left and make sure you start a new chat. And with this one now, what we're going to do, this would be your listing master prompt. So I'll bring my prompt up. And we found out, and I don't know what the character count is for down in Daytona or up in Amelia or in St. Augustine, but for Stellar, we are authorized 1,000 counts for your description, 1,000 character count for your description. I know I put in here on my prompt here, write a 250 word MLS description. I don't think that will go in most MLSs. It might be a little bit too wordy or something like that. So you might want to limit that down to characters, either 500 characters or 1,000 characters that Stellar can put in. But again, this is where you want to just go ahead and start writing that prompt. Write a 250 or 1,000 character MLS description, or put the address in there, the specs, give it the bedrooms, the baths, living square feet, some of the key features. You want to go ahead and then you want to requirements for it is you want to use a hook for an opening sentence. The second one is you want to incorporate these SEO keywords. And those SEO keywords you can find there on the first page of the handout. For the different lifestyles, they give you some high intent keywords that you can use. So just put some of those in there. The tone, that's very important. If you know who your audience is, you can make that tone, professional but friendly. Or if you know that your buyer is going to be coming from, say, New York or something like that, or might be a millennial or age group, whatever, you can tell it to write in that like in a millennial tone or something like that. And then in the ending, you want to have end with a strong call to action. And then number 5 under your requirements is ensure it's fair housing compliant in Florida and focuses on the property attributes. So once you have that, you get a nice write-up that highlights all your key features. It incorporates the SEO keywords, and those SEO keywords are very important because that is what AI and your Google and all your search engines key on. So if they start seeing more and more of these coming up, your listings are going to be higher and higher in the Google search then.
So I'm going to start out with act as a luxury real estate copywriter.
No, you can just start write a 250 word, because you're writing this out to the general public. So you don't really want to be a copywriter on this one. So you're just asking it to write a 250 word or whatever word it might be. And if you don't like the write up, you can go ahead and change it to a different tone, to a different group of people or something like that. But right now we want to just get the basics of the write up. Does that make sense? I see you shaking your head, Donnie.
Yes.
Well, everybody's doing this. Has anybody besides Miss Rose Shar played around with their photos from last week's training?
Yeah, that was cool.
Good.
And I'm noticing that sunrise, sunset glow in some listings I've been looking at. It's like, oh, other people are playing with this too.
Yes, they are.
Okay, after I do that, you just hit enter. You don't add the C platform pivot yet?
Nope, not yet.
Okay, so
Just hit
just,
enter. And what you'll get your write-up then they can use in the MLS.
and I don't put any kind of write-up myself. I just put the basic square footage,
Correct, correct,
okay.
correct. Yep.
See what it comes up with. Gotcha.
Correct. Make sure you put that last line in there, ensure it's a fair housing compliant in Florida. Because I don't know if any of you remember, this was back in I think it was like the early 2000s, where down in Miami, HUD was working overtime, trying to get realtors or getting realtors that are saying walking distance to something, where that's discriminates against people that can't walk. Then they were getting people where it said that, just saying a great ocean view. Again, that was a discrimination. They were using this as a discrimination, as people that were blind. So they were going overboard to me, on the stupid side of things.
Sounds like
But it is, we got to look at the fair housing laws in Florida and abide by them whenever we do any writing. So as you can see, you have your write up there. And if it doesn't sound right to you, whatever, you can always change it. Just type whatever isn't right in there. Type in the prompt, say, correct this write up to reflect something else, or to add something, or to take away something that might not be correct with that property. So you can keep on editing this if you don't like it, or if you want to change the tone or anything like that. That makes sense? We're good?
Mhm.
Okay, so now, keeping with this prompt now, we want to go ahead and add this new prompt just at the bottom of that one, so we're not starting a new chat now. This is we're just adding a prompt to this. It says, now take this MLS description and create a 50-word Zillow coming soon teaser, a short emoji-rich Facebook post focused on the top 3 reasons you'll love this home, a 15-second script for a property walkthrough reel. So just with that little prompt right there, AI is going to generate 3 ways that you can go ahead and market that property with 3 different social medias, so to say. So once you have that in, you'll see that you'll have your first response will be your Zillow coming soon teaser. Your second one will be your Facebook post. Your call to action on that Facebook post will be your DM for a private showing. It gives you your hashtags that buyers might be searching for. Then it will give you your 15-second reel script on the visual and the voiceover, what you should be saying for that 15-minute reel script. So right there's 3 ways of marketing that property now with that one prompt. So what we want to do now is we want to skip over part 3, and I'll go back to that at the very end. But now we want to go down to part 4 on repurposing. And what this is for is you have buyers out there saying, like, find me a home with a office near whatever it might be, or whatever. So now we're trying to get into the technical, what they call it, the technical snippet prompts. And what this is saying is, based on the description above, again, we're using the same description, create a bulleted quick facts list optimized for AI search engines. Use categories like energy efficiency, zoning zones, and recent upgrades. And what that will do then, it will give you a bulleted fact check on that, where you can go ahead and use this then in your marketing for Facebook or whatever it might be.
Is that a new chat for part 4?
No, part 4, you just keep on going because you're using the same description as that first, the second chat, basically. So you're using that same description. Now you're just asking it to create that bulleted quick facts thing where you can go ahead and use this information for different Facebook posts, different email blasts, maybe out to your customers, out to your sphere of influence. Any which way you see fit that you can go ahead and use this information. And what Gemini did is it took the keywords that people are searching for and use those as your prompts that are doing it. So like on mine, like for the recent quick facts for 53 Barrister, recent upgrades and maintenance at the new roof. People are searching for new roofs. Mine was done in 23. This is my actual house here I used because I know it very well. The move-in ready, smart home ready. I have a lot of smart technology within my house. The mechanics again, the zoning, the HOA, multi-generation design, short-term rental potential. These are things that it found going into different websites to see if you can do short-term rentals, to see what the codes are for this area of town and everything like that, to see if you can do it. So it's not just taking that the write-up, it's actually going out and looking at some of the smaller demographics in this area to see what people are actually looking for. And it puts it into this bullet point area. Now, one thing I found out when I was doing this, it's in my write-up, it said something about where was it? It said something about generating where I'll send you where is it here? I'll send you a neighborhood lifestyle guide. I said, well, I have no idea what that is. And mine came up and says, would you like me to create a local neighborhoods guide? And I said, yes. So this is the guide that it actually, neighborhood lifestyle guide, 53 Barrister. It gave the golf and recreation in that area, a sun, sand, and social type thing, shopping convenience. Then it gave me proximities, the mileage, miles away and the minutes away from certain things. So you can go ahead and do the same thing for yours if you want. And it's going to give you a neighborhood lifestyle guide that gives you all this good information that, again, you can go ahead and use for your marketing for this listing. Pretty easy.
No, what prompt are you talking about to get all that stuff?
Oh no, mine was just, I had a question on mine. Where was it? On one of my results, it was asking me that I would give I was going to give out a lifestyle guide. So it just came up here after my output on that second one. It says, would you like me to create a local neighborhood guide featuring the distances to Flagler Beach, European Village, or nearby golf courses? I don't know if yours might have come up with something like that, but you can just type in the prompt down here, provide me a local neighborhood guide featuring the distances to whatever it might be in your neighborhood that you want it to go to. And it will go ahead and generate something like this that you can use to market that property. So we all good with this? Yep. Now, one thing, before you go out and actually publish any of this stuff, you do have to go over and read it and make sure it does meet the fair housing audit, which is actually part 3 of your handouts. So just read it over and make sure it meets those the audits. Like it says, remove any language that implies a preference for a specific demographic, i.e. perfect for families or great for retirees. Replace walking distance with conveniently located near or easy access to, and ensure that the description focuses exclusively on the property and neighborhood amenities and not the neighbors or residents in that area. You know, make sure what it's saying is true. That's the only thing that we're, it's asking you to do. Okay, so that is all for class today. Next week is your final class. Don't get too excited. One thing that you should be doing is in between classes, make sure you're using this. Go out to all of your listings that you have and do these prompts for that listing. And start using those to market that property a little bit maybe better than what you're doing right now. So again, all this education and all this training that you get is not going to do any good if you don't use it. So go ahead and start using that, the education on this. Now for next week's class, there is a lot of information that you need, because next week's class, we're going to be diving into the demographics of a buyer for a property. So what you need to do is, you can do this a couple different ways. You can go to RPR and get the on the, I think it's the search or something like that. You can go on the people tab, and the data that you want to pull is the median age for that area where the house is, maybe the education levels, the occupation types. That people tab will give you a lot of information that you can use to create other ads that are geared towards that particular demographic for that area. So it's not a wide area thing. You're actually narrowing your search down for that particular person that might be buying that house. You also are going to need data for household composition. This is single versus families. The mobility, percentages of people who are moving in the past year in that area. The local economic partnerships, what major businesses are bringing people into that area. Major employers and growth sectors for 2026. Now, during my regular classes, I told them that they had to go to RPR and go to the U.S. Census to get this information. But guess what else you can use for this information? You can use Gemini and ask those questions. And Gemini will go ahead and give you all this data that you need. You just have to ask it. You want to ask it what is the median age and education levels and occupational types for the area in the neighborhood or whatever it is for that in Orlando or up in St. Augustine or Amelia or whatever it might be. And then also you can ask Gemini about the household composition and the percentages of people moving in, the mobility of it. So you can actually ask Gemini all this good information and it will give it to you. Or you can go to RPR and print it out, download it. It's kind of easy to do. I found out, I did go to the Census Bureau, and there is so much data there that it's mind-boggling. So I just started using Gemini and got the rest of the information that I needed. So any questions on what you need for next week? If you're talking, I can't hear you.
Yeah, under the data, you've got single versus family, what kind of businesses. I didn't get all of the ones that you wanted.
The mobility, which is the percentage of people moving in the past year,
Okay,
the major employers, and if there's any growth sectors in your area, the occupational types that's in the area, educational levels, medium age. Okay,
got it.
everybody else good? I guess we'll see you next week, same time. And start using this as much as you can, okay? So I'm going to stop sharing and I'm going to go and end this recording, and you guys have a great rest of your day.
You too.